joke. It is possible. It is happening in this country, but it's for those people who are willing to do the work. I will show you. I will lay it out for you this evening. The question is, are you willing to put in the work? But that shouldn't be a worry. You will be able. I know since other people have been able to do that, why not you? So I'm very happy. Those who are having problems joining us on the Zoom call. Now we are live on YouTube. So you can be able to join us on YouTube and well. So let me just put in the link here. So that is the link. If you have problems with audio, yeah, join us on YouTube live, and it will be great fun. So I'm waiting to see what are your expectations as we start up this evening. So I also want to say here, if you have any problems with the audio, make sure you join us on YouTube. Yeah, and that is the link. And of course, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and have others join us. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. I can see Edgar, you're saying, I wanted to change my job and get to the 6-figure. How can I go about it? This is the evening that you learn how you go about it. No fluff. I'll go straight to the point. If you don't, make sure tell anyone who is around you not to disturb you, to give you space. Take that book, take that pen, note down everything that I say, because it's just going to be a great experience. I am liking the fact that people now are coming in and they're putting in their expectation. Thank you. There's someone with the Infinix Smart 4 saying, same here. So you also want to know, how do you change jobs and get to that 6-figure salary? This is the evening where you get to do that. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's straight right there on the title, how to get to that 6-figure salary. Even if you don't have a degree, even if you don't have a master's, this is how you do it. Proven method. I'm enjoying reading your expectations. So if you have just joined us, let me just give some few people some shout out. Okay, Caroline has been here, Diana, Edgar, there's Einstein Kennedy, Galaxy A5, Geoffrey Moindi, there's Georgiana, there's Haman with a Huawei, Ida, there's Smartphone, Irene, Jacqueline, Michelle, Newton, there's Jamie, there is several. Please, if you have your name, I can see the iPhone, I can see the Galaxy, just change to your name. It will be better for us to have a conversation. I don't need to be calling you iPhone or such stuff. Again, can see Caroline, you're saying how to put an idea into practice, and maybe how to get funding for own project easily, how to get the right people to hold your hand. I'm sure you will, I will partly meet that expectation, but if you extrapolate what I'm going to share, yes, it's going to help you even to get to that funding of a project. And that will not be the direction I'll go into, but yes, we can be able to touch about that. I know we'll have enough time later on, and we will be able to discuss that. How to get the right people, I will share with you. That one is part, because it's difficult for you to get to that 6-figure salary by yourself. But you can use the same techniques that I'm going to share with you. Getting the right people to hold your hand, getting the right people to network with you. Amazing, amazing. For those who are joining us, welcome. And if you're having any challenges with the audio, join us on YouTube. I have put the link right there, and I would be happy to know you are following us right there. And if you're on YouTube, just say hi. It will be easier for me to know who is there, so that I can also give you a shout out. We will be starting in how many minutes time? I'm just finishing up with this setup. Yeah, we only have a minute or even less. Shortly, we'll be getting started. I am reading out, what are your expectations? I can see Violet Kadenyi has joined us. What is your expectation? Newton, you're here. We conversed on email, yes, and I'm happy to see that you're here. What is your expectation? There is Joe Arui, there is Margaret Wangeshi, there is Irene, Ida, Geoffrey, Einstein Kennedy, Diana, what is your expectation? That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Because in a few minutes' time, when we have everybody now joining us, we will be getting started. Thank you very much, Geoffrey. How to get my career and how to change my career. Yeah, so you want to change your career? Use the same tips I'm going to share with you this evening. Amazing. Getting that 6-figure salary, there we are. You will be able to get that. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And because we are people who like keeping time, our time is up. It is exactly 7:30. And why not start off? Why not start off? Just appreciating each and every one of you who decided to keep time and show up. Whoever comes in late, they will find the train has already left the station, and hopefully they will still be able to get some value as we proceed. Big shout out. Let me just read those who are here. Becky, Caroline, there's Chelsea, just joined us. Diana, Edgar, Einstein, Gladys Wamboya, that's a new one. You've joined us. Karibu Sana, there's Michelle, there is who else? Is Nokia, there's Oppo. If you can change your name, the better. Why not get started? How do you get to that 6-figure salary, even if you don't have a degree or master's? Yeah, I'm guessing for a lot of you, this is probably not the first webinar, the first seminar that you're attending. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. There is a lot of information out there, and it can be confusing. Many times, that information overload is what is keeping you away from success. And it's okay. If you have been concerned in the past that you cannot just succeed in employment, I want to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to explain it to you. The society has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. And if you're an employee, you are looked at as a second-class citizen. Most people are better off as employees. They are more satisfied and they have higher productivity. The big corporations, the education system, the government wants you to think that you need some fancy college degree for you to be successful. I'm here to tell you they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think that, but it is not true. If you have ever thought that the government and the education system, they want you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us is that we actually care about your success and truly wants to see you living the life of your dream. So that is what we are here for. I know you have that dream job, which will give you the highest satisfaction and will utilize your full potential. I want to show you how to make this happen during this session. Are you ready? If you're ready, say yes in the chat. Yeah. So my big question is, are you ready for me to be able to show you how to make that happen? Let me see those who are ready. If you're ready, just drop that in the chat. Say, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you very much. Joe Aru, you are ready. Geoffrey, you're ready. I told you we are going to converse a lot. It's not going to be a one-sided kind of conversation. I like when you are engaged. Jackie Wawero saying, yes. Geoffrey, yes. There is a Newton saying, yes. Diana, yes. Violet, yes. Irene, yes. Gladys, yes. I am ready. Edgar Oyango, yes. I'm ready. Let me check out those people who are following us on YouTube because, yes, I have some guys here. Very great. I can see, yes, they're saying, yes, yes. There is Henry Mogambi saying, hi, Karibu Sana, Mobile Queen. Yeah, when my question be answered, we will be able to answer your question, yeah, for selling skills and what is important and the books on it. Okay, good. I'll be able to answer all those questions, right? I can see more chats coming in here. I like it when we have that conversation. Caroline saying yes. Aida saying yes. Georgiana, yes. Caroline, Judy, yes. Huawei, there is Ayodeji. Hopefully I pronounced it correct, saying yes. So let's get started. I want you to imagine this. If it's possible, close your eyes, yeah? And imagine you attend that interview, and at the end of the interview, they give you those 2 or 3 words that everybody expects. You are hired. After attending the interview, the hiring manager tells you, you are hired. Work, you start working. At the end of the month, you receive a pay slip that looks like this. Your basic salary is 180,000. Your house allowance is 50,000. Your medical allowance is 25,000. Your commuting allowance is 15,000. All this totaling up to 270,000. How would that feel? Just imagine that. I'll give you a second or two. Just close your eyes and imagine that pay slip coming into you. Yes, it is possible. There are some guys who are earning this way above. Yes, it is possible. So as we start off, I have a very interesting question. I want to ask you, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? Yeah. And I want you to drop it in the chat in a phrase or two. Yeah, in a 2, 3, 4 words. Yeah. What does a 6-figure salary mean to you? The reason why I'm asking is because if you are not able to understand why you're pursuing it, then it becomes very difficult for you to know why are you chasing it. Some people tell me it's about financial freedom. Others, it's about getting that dream house, providing good education for their children, going for vacation, buying their dream car. All those are valid reasons. So do you know what a 6-figure salary means? What does it mean to you? Georgiana, you're saying more time. For sure. Money can buy you more time. You can be able to do more things when you have money. That means you are able not only to work for the money, but the money is working for you. I like that, Georgiana. The rest of us, the big question is, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? Because once you are able to identify that, it becomes even way easy for that. I can see Mobile Quid. Okay, I'll be able to answer your question. Henry Mogambi on YouTube saying, yes, you're ready to go. It is Luba Taban. You're saying, yes, ready to go. My big question is, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? Jackie, thank you very much. A 6-figure salary allows me to give all I can and protect my children and their futures. That is very correct. Your money, you can be able to provide to your children, give them the best. Is it education? Is it food? Is it lifestyle? And also protect the future. I really like that. Joe, salary, 6-figure salary gives you the opportunity to do what you want without limitation. Money is an enabler. You're able to do as much as you can. Newton, happy life, less financial stress, and happy family. You know, there is this very common saying that money does not buy you happiness. Money is not everything. But you know what? If these are only statements that come from people who don't have the money. But if you have the money and you think it doesn't give you happiness, maybe you don't know where to shop. I can show you where to go and shop. But thank you very much. I think that is it. That is enough. We can be able to proceed. Let me see. Yes. So this training, as I was planning, this training is, I was trying to get 2 types of people. I think I saw another chat coming here. Yes. Glad is saying living luxuriously, which is very okay. Open opportunities, be stress-free. You know, unfortunately, people look at materialism as a bad thing. Yeah, you don't need to be materialistic, but don't you think you will have a much better life when you're living luxuriously? Yeah, maybe they say more money, more problems. Yeah, but there are certain problems that are way better than others. So living luxuriously, I really like that. Who was I targeting for this training? There are 2 types of people I wanted to assist when I was planning this training. Number 1, a professional who feels that the lack of a degree is the hindrance to their career. So if you're here, someone is going to confirm that I'm live. Yes, I am live. Please tell me at the moment. Yeah. Professionals who are feeling stuck. Oh God, I wish I only had a degree. And if I only had that degree, I would be progressing. If that is the kind of feeling you're having, you're in for a great treat. You don't need that degree for you to progress. And the second kind of person that I really, really want to help, anyone in here with or without a degree and you're feeling stuck in your career. If you feel like, oh God, I wish I can move, I wish I can change. I saw several people here saying that they would want to change their career. You are in for a treat because this training is exactly for you. My goal is to show you the only way to get that six-figure salary, even without a degree or master's, is by acquiring what I call the badass pro skills. Yeah. And the only way you can get these badass pro skills is through a program called the Badass Pro. And I'm going to talk about the Badass Pro in a short while. So just know that. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Daniel Mutuku. I am the founder of Career Point Solutions. And over the last 10 years, I've been privileged to work as a recruiter, as a career advisor, and personal and professional development coach. I have seen what works in the job market, and all these insights that I've been able to gather together over the years is what I'm going to distill and share with you in the next 1 hour or so. I'm a certified digital marketer by Google. I am a very proud member, among other groups and associations, very proud member of the League of Young Professionals. In addition to that, I'm an author to 4 books. The first one is Facebook for Profit, how you can easily use Facebook for profit and earn extra cash, even on a part-time basis. I also have the second publication I had was the Blueprint for Success, guaranteed steps to achieving anything. And the beginning of this year, I gave out these 2 books for free. There's Conquer the Year Ahead, make the next 12 months your best year ever. You can use it starting today. You can say, yeah, this is where my year starts. And by next year, April, we will be having a totally different life. So if you want it for free, let me know. I'll give it to you. And we also have the ultimate cover letter guide. 101 sample cover letters for any profession. I have 2 questions before I start off. And this is just to confirm that you're in the right place. I want to get a yes from you. First question is, will you let me be your coach this evening? Will you let me guide you, be your mentor, and take you through this process on what I have been able to learn? Are you going to give me permission to be your coach? If so, say yes in the chat. Are you going to allow me to be your coach, to be your mentor, to guide you? Let me see. I can see Joe say, yes, sir. Georgiana saying, yes. Are you going to let me to be your coach? Thank you very much. Gladys saying, yes. Newton said, yes. Okay, Jackie, yes. They're coming in. They're coming in. Thank you. Thank you. And also, Taban said, yes. And the second question that I want to ask is, say, I can see John. Will you let me? Will you allow me to tell you the truth? The hard truth, even when you don't want to hear it. You want me to tell you that hard truth, to be very frank and gentle with you, because that is how you can be able to grow. If so, say yes. I can see someone saying yes, yes, twice. Yeah. Will you want me to tell you the hard truth? Because I'm not here for you to like me, but I'm here to give you the real truth. Because people who want to preserve a certain relationship, yeah, they will not tell you the whole truth because they feel they're protecting you. But I'm here to give you the hard truth, even when you don't like it, because that is what will make you grow. Thank you very much. I'm seeing there's so many yeses here. Joe saying, yes, Margaret, Violet, Gladys, Caroline, this, but please, I am going to raise the voice. I'm not going to, please, I'm not getting, raise the voice. You're not getting me. Okay, I don't know, but easily you can follow us on YouTube. That is much, much better. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for giving me permission. Then I want to get started. Yeah. You know, I'm not crazy when I'm telling you we have people who are very successful and they don't have degrees. The guy here on the left, Bob Coleman, he ended up at the late Bob Coleman. He was at the helm of the most successful company in East and Central Africa. That is Safaricom. And did you know, to the time of his death, he did not have a degree. The second guy here, a very vocal media personality, Maina Kageni, right now earning a lot of money from employment. Do you know he does not have a degree? Yeah. Third year, this is Jalango. Jalango got his degree. He graduated last year, December, I think December, November. But even before he graduated, he had accumulated enough success, still from employment, without the degree. And so are the guys like Churchill. So I'm not crazy when I'm telling you, yes, it is very much possible for you to get that. And it's what I want to share with you. Thank you very much. I can see, please post the link of the YouTube again. Yeah, there we go. I can see, Ian, how do I get the free books? I'll give you the link at the end of it. Can I get your free books? Also, that is Joe. I'll give the link later on. But thank you for that. Yeah. Let me give you my job search story for you to get this thing into context. Back in 2009, I finished my schooling. I am looking for a job, and it was quite tough. It took me about 1 year to be able to secure my first real job, which was in 2010. According to the Bureau of Statistics, it is said that a fresh graduate, someone from college, will take about 3 to 5 years to get their first job. Now, that 1 year when I was looking for a job, it felt like forever. And I actually sympathize with those people who have to stay 3, 4, 5 years without a job. It's quite difficult. And even that thing has really been made even longer. And especially right now with this pandemic, more people are losing their jobs and they're staying longer without jobs. But something interesting happened in 2010. The moment I got my first job, in the next following year, I got over 10 interviews, as in almost an interview every month. And then came 2011 when I got this job opportunity and I said, I must seize this moment. At that particular point, I was working as a computer tutor through the project, Computer for Schools project. I was working back in CIA. Then an opportunity showed up to be an ICT teacher in an international school here in Nairobi. And I was invited for that interview. And I said, no, I need to see this moment. I went back, looked at all the interviews that I did, asked for feedback. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And that is when when I look back, I think that is when this Badass Pro thing started. And when you have these Badass Pro skills, they enabled me to get that job. Typically, how does it work? Yeah, you apply for as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you're invited for an interview. If they like you, you get the job, and probably it's not the job that you want, but because you don't have a job, suck it in and take the job. However, with Badass Pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results. You're sure when you use them, this is the result that you're going to get. They work for me. They also worked for Alexander. Take a look at this email he sent me. Thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways. And Wednesday this week, I got the job. The guy secured the job with these same Badass Pro skills, and they will work for you. My job in the next now 45 minutes or so is to share with you how do you get, I'm going to share with you these two secrets. How to triumph over more qualified and experienced candidate than you, and how to negotiate a six-figure salary. If we did not have enough time and we only had time to discuss one secret, which one would you really, really want to know? Is it one or two? I want you to drop that in the chat, yeah? If we did not have enough time to go through the whole thing, and you only have to go through one, which one would it be? Is it one or two? I want to play a small game here. I can see, Georgiana, you're saying both. Yeah, we'll go through both. But if you only had time for one, which one would you want to know? Is it one? Yes, Newton says one. I can see Ian. Link YouTube, both. Okay, I will do. Gladys wants to know one. Violet also wants to know one. Kennedy, one. I think one is really more popular, yeah? Huawei, one. Let me see if we have some more people here on YouTube. Ian, post the book on the, yes, I'm going to post, don't worry. It's only that I don't have them offhand, but I'll get them when we get to the Q&A. Thank you. So I can see one is very popular, but don't worry, as Georgiana was saying, we have time for both. So we will go through the two of them. Let's start with, how do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Number one, you see that job I told you that I had to get? I came from CI, went for the interview. After that interview, I was so sure I was going to get that job. And I remember I traveled back to CI. It was a Saturday. It was a Friday. So I traveled back in the evening. The next day during the day, as I was walking towards my house around mid-morning, I receive a call, and it is from a lady. And she calls me to tell me, we are glad to inform you that you attended the interview yesterday and we are offering you the job. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was like, whoa, this is what I've been dreaming of. It has happened, finally. But then that afternoon, something a little bit depressing happened. I get a call from the same number, and they were telling me that unfortunately they were calling me to tell me that they are withdrawing the offer. I got confused. Why are you saying so? They said this was a new campus we were recruiting for. We wanted someone who has experience teaching students the international curriculum and taking them through the international exam, that is IGCSE, and has some qualification in that area. Guess what? I had none of those qualifications. I had none of that experience. And yet I was the best interviewee. I triumphed over this experienced and more qualified candidates. And I can narrow it down to these three things. Yeah, this is three. Within the first 3 seconds, as you get into that interview room, you should be able to show them that you are as sharp as a tack, mentally acute, clever, intelligent, you're mentally alert. You have your eyes and your hands on the ball. This should come straight off the bat within the first 3 seconds. The second thing, you should show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great excitement and interest in the organization, in that role and that specific job that you are being interviewed for. And thirdly, you should show them that you are an expert. You're knowledgeable, you have the skills in your area. These three things should come straight off the bat. You get into the interview. I'm sure you're wondering, how do I do these three things? Now, this is a learnable skill. That is a good thing. This is a learnable skill. I learned it. I've taught it to other people. Take a look at this email I got from Brian saying, I'm grateful for your service, and I would like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews. Who gets 5 interviews in this day and age? Yeah. 3 finance assistant position and 2 finance officer position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure the finance officer job, which I'm starting in January. Look at that. Look at that. The person starting in January. Yeah. So it can equally happen to you. Look at this. This is Jeb Kurui. She sent me this email. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming, a dream job, to be a registry officer. Now I have won. Thank you. Be blessed. Yet another very happy customer, Jen, sent me this email saying, Dear team, thank you guys for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within few months. I'm happy for the result. My current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews and emerged the best. Thank you, guys. It can equally happen to you. Probably these are some of the questions that you're having at the back of your head. How long will it take? I got this question. How long will it take me to get to that 6-figure salary? I will tell you this, yeah? This is a marketplace. You are paid for the value that you bring into the market. You're paid for being valuable as an individual. It takes time to be able to bring the value. It takes time to be valuable. But unfortunately, you're not paid for the time. You're paid for the value. Somebody asked, what about office politics? I can assure you office politics is not going anywhere. But I can teach you how to use office politics to your advantage. How do I convince the management that I'm the right candidate? I am due for promotion. I can take up more responsibilities. That is the wrong question. It's very difficult to convince people, to change people's mind. Very difficult. But I can teach you how do you influence the management to know that you are the right candidate, because influence is a learnable skill also. Do I need to quit my job? I will say this. Most people that I've coached and I've helped them, they don't need to quit their job. The opportunities are right there. But if you have to quit your job, yeah, some have to quit their job. I will share with you, I'll look for the red flags and I tell you, if you see this and this, then you need to quit your job. Somebody asks, is it possible for me? Yes, it is possible for you. You have seen it happen to me. It happened to Brian, Alexander, there's Jen, there was Chep Kurui, and it can equally happen to you. So the thing I want to say is, with a lot of confidence and a lot of conviction, that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more experienced and qualified than you. I want you to say this after me. If you're in a place you can say it out loud, please go ahead, say it out loud. If you're not in a place you can say it loud, people around you, I think you're going crazy, just say it quietly and with a lot of conviction. Let's say it together. It is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. Yeah, it is. Oh, before secret number 2. Before we go to secret number 2, are you okay? Are you learning something? We are good to go. If so, just let me know in the chat. Say yes, we are good to go. Say let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me also check on Henry Mugambi. Thank you very much for your comment on YouTube saying, oh, you are picking number 2. You're the only person who picked number 2. We're getting to secret number 2. Don't worry. Are we okay? If you're good, just say we are okay. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Just say that in the chat. I will appreciate that. And for those who are joining us now and you're having a problem with the audio, you can easily follow our we are streaming live also on YouTube. And as you're there, like the conversation, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. And yes, let's keep going. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? I'm waiting for a feedback. Just say we are okay. We can go to secret number 2. Newton saying we are good to go. Gladys, yes, good to go. Thank you. Who else? I can see Patrick, you're saying we are moving on. Thank you very much. So let's keep going. Yeah. Can I say good to go? Secret number 2. How do you negotiate a 6-figure salary? Jacqueline saying we are good to go. Now, when I was researching and I was trying to find content for this section, I came across this study that was done by JOBVITE. Thank you very much, Caroline. You're saying we are good to go. And from JOBVITE, they found out that 80% of salary negotiations always result to higher pay. And this was good news. I was very impressed to know that. Let me just interpret it for you. If you go and try and negotiate your salary, chances of getting a higher pay are very high. 84%. But then the next statistic was a bit depressing. Yeah. It said only 14% of employees negotiate salaries in their current job. This is a very small number. Why do you think chances of you succeeding is very high, but only very few people will try and negotiate? People leave the negotiation only when you're going to a new job. But where you are at, not really. Let me know. Have you ever tried to negotiate your salary in your current job? Just say yes. And if so, how did it go? Was it positive? Was it negative? Yeah, because I don't know why people really hold back trying to negotiate salary in their current job. If you have ever tried that, let me see. Joe, my phone, I'm sorry. Your phone is on low battery and your area is without an exhibitor body, you log out. It's okay. This will be on YouTube. You can be able to follow it and watch it later. But I appreciate, Joe, you showing up. Yeah, I understand. Anyone who has tried to negotiate their current job. The thing is, anyone who is confident enough to try usually succeed. Anyone who is confident enough to try will succeed. But I don't want you just to go with confidence. But confidence is very important. I want to give you some actionable tips that will help you to negotiate that 6-figure salary, right? I did, and you ended up resigning. Okay, that was not a good outcome, Violet, but probably we'll see where did we go wrong. Newton, you're saying, what if you put a salary that is so high the organization is not able to pay? The next tips will sort that out. Don't worry. If you use these tips, they will work for you. Tip number 1, and it might sound very simple and childish, is that you need to know the salary that you want before you start negotiating. Do you know how many people don't know how much they want? I've been in so many interviews, and then I ask someone, how much do you want? I want more. I ask them, what is more? Do you know? I don't know. You're earning right now 50,000. I'll give you 50,000 and a shilling on top. Is that more? No, I don't know. You need to be very clear on what you want. And again, you're not just pulling an arbitrary figure from thin air. I want 150. I want 270. I want 180,000. This figure should be based on your value. It should be based on your worth. So the big question is, do you know your worth? Do you know your value? Because that is where the conversation changes when you start discussing about your worth and your value. I can see, Jacqueline, you're saying, I have tried with one-man show, boss, promises, emotional stress. I can imagine that. But if you go there knowing what you want, knowing your worth, then follow the next step, which is make that company realize your value. Make that one-man show to realize your value. In other words, what is your meaningful contribution? What are you bringing on board? Because when you change the conversation to value-based, your meaningful contribution, it's now a different game. If you come and tell me I've been working here for the last 10 years, so I want a salary increase, I'll be asking, what have you been doing? What have you done for this company for the last 10 years? And if you've done nothing, then you are a liability more than being an asset. So you should be able to identify and make the company realize your meaningful contribution. And thirdly, you need to use comparables to justify your higher salaries. Do you know how much someone like you, with experience just like you, with qualification just like you, in an industry that you are in, on average, how much should they be paid? Because if you don't have these comparables, it becomes very difficult to justify your salary. Now, I want you to look at this. This is an email I got from Julius. He sent me saying, greetings this evening. I am writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after you reviewed my CV. I'm glad that I have landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one I prefer. I am working towards completing my course. Monetary evaluation. That is a course we offer here. Yeah. Career Point Solutions, you're the best. Hold that thought. This guy, barely 2 months, gets 2 jobs and has to pick one and let go the other. Here is Lawrence telling me, I'm happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I have received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I have attended all the interviews, and fortunate enough, I have secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thanks a great deal. Please convey my gratitude to your entire team. So this is a gentleman who got 3 jobs and had to pick one and let go the other. My big question to you, I want to know, if you have 2 jobs, 3, 4, or even 5 jobs, and you have to pick one and let go the other, what will you use as the criteria to decide, I will pick this and I'll let go job B? Like in a phrase, without thinking, I want you to type what comes straight to your mind. You have 3, 4 jobs. You have to pick one and let go the others. What will you use to decide? Is it based on, I don't want to give you option. I want you to tell me, and then I'll read it. And whoever is frank enough, I will call them out and say yes. And those who are being modest, I'll call them out. Is it volcanic? What about companies with job groups? Now, if you have job groups, find out what you need to do to get to the next job group. But I'm sure this job group is based on value or years of experience. Yeah, mainly the government. Thank you very much, Georgiana. You're saying you will decide based on growth and benefits. I would like you to say the truth. You will start with benefits first, yeah? Then growth later. Good. Consider the pay. Thank you very much. That is Geoffrey. Benefits. Well, let's talk about job security. What is job security? In other words, you want to stay there longer to be paid more, right? It's all about the money to make sense. Jacqueline, benefits. I can see growth. Gladys, you're very straight to the point. You're talking about pay. The pay. That is actually what people use to decide what they're going to get to pick a job or not. And it is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. If I always said materialism, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. Sorry, I think someone, yes, let's avoid doing that. So let me remove that functionality. Thank you. Neymar, depending with your career level and situation at hand, you're just being modest. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with that. Take a look at this. According to LinkedIn, this is a study that was done. The most important consideration in accepting a new job offer includes the top one is compensation. It's a money, and there's nothing wrong with that. Then personal development and better life-work balance. And we'll talk about better life-work balance later on, because how you balance the two is very important. Caroline, you talk about salary. That is very... I'm sorry for this. It was an accident. It's okay, John Goge. We understand. No problem. Yeah. So salary is important, and we should not minimize the reason why we choose a job because of salary. Yeah. So I want to say this with a lot of conviction, as we did the first one, that it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. And I want you to say this after me, loud. And if you can't do it loudly, just with a lot of conviction, say it quietly and say, it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. Very possible. Probably these are some of the questions that you have. These are some of the questions that I got from you when you were sending your email. Thank you, Kennedy. Pay comes first, growth and environment, yes, they can follow. Somebody asked me, how do you network with the right people? Yeah, the same question somebody asked, how do I get the right people to hold me? According to LinkedIn, 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networking. Yeah, 85% of high-paying jobs. And that means for you to get to that six-figure salary, you need to be connected. I will actually introduce you to this network of high net worth individuals who will help you to get you to these jobs. Because yeah, not all jobs are advertised to the public, but you'll find that there's a whole hidden job where referrals really, really work well. Somebody asked, what really matters most? Is it experience or qualification? I'll tell you this, it's neither this or that. Yeah, and I want to be very very firm here. This is where I wanted to positions like this. I want to tell you the truth, yeah, the hard truth. You see, when someone is asking the question, is it experience that matters or is it qualification? This question is coming from a limitation point of view. Lack, from a point of lack, from a point of limitation. What do I mean? It's because they maybe have the experience, and because they lack qualification, they want to blame it on qualification. It is because you have the qualification, but because you lack the experience, you want to blame it on the experience. And so you can see it's coming from a point of lack, and you want to justify you not doing the right thing. But I can tell you this, neither of them matters. If you have the qualification, use it to your advantage. If you have the experience, use that to your advantage. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I wish I had the experience. I just finished my college. I just finished my university. Someone has worked for 10 years, say, oh, I wish I would have gone further. Only if I had a degree, only if I had top, coming from that point of limitation, from that point of lack. There is a balance. How do I balance work-life experience? Somebody else. Yeah. I want to say this. As you go up, as you start being paid this much, something will automatically happen. More will be demanded from you. And at this point is when we start balancing and thinking about how do I balance work and life? Because as you saw, it was a very very important consideration. Am I too young? Am I too old? Again, this is another question that is coming from a point of lack. Yeah, limitation point of view, scarcity point of view. I'm not getting jobs because I'm too young. The same breath, someone say, oh, I think I'm not getting these jobs because I'm too old. If you're young, use it to your advantage. If you're old, use that to your advantage. That should not be a limitation. Stop coming from that scarcity point of view. Let me not go, take a look at this, yeah? This is a gentleman called Deshan sent me an email saying, I recently landed my first consultancy with a few Kenya after heeding to your well laid out youth-friendly advice. So what I gather from this is, yeah, he says it's a youth-friendly advice because he's way older than me, but did age really matter? What really matters is the result. Did he get the results that he wanted? Yes. So if I was saying, I don't think I can advise someone who is older than me, I think that I would be lacking to serve the people who are out there waiting for me. I know in this presentation, we have ladies and gentlemen who are older than me. And if I don't stand out here and serve you, if I'm not confident of my skills, then I will be doing the world a disservice by not serving you. So don't worry about the age. Somebody asks, how do I measure and track and evaluate my progress? It is so sad when I see an individual 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, only for them to realize they took the wrong direction in terms of their career. It is important for you to track measure, and evaluate your progress all the way. And I'll give you the tools to do that. How do I fix myself with a succession plan? Yeah, some companies have that succession plan. This is where you use influence. I think I mentioned about influence. What are the qualities of a person who is worth 6 figures? 6 words. Badass. I'll talk about it. Yeah. Actually, this badass is an acronym for that individual who is worth 6 figures. How do I get started? Somebody asked. Thank you. I want to show you how you get started right away. Yeah. But before we go, I'm going to show you how we get started. I want to ask this one last question. Not last, yeah, but I want to know from you. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get to that 6-figure salary? If so, say, yes, I believe. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe that you can get to that 6-figure salary? If you believe, say, yes, I believe in the chat. I'm waiting to see, because it's only when you have that conviction in yourself and you believe you can do it, then will you go and do it. Kennedy say, yes, I believe. Jacqueline Wawera, yes, I believe. Caroline Wawera, yes, I believe. You are the people who will get it. Geoffrey saying, yes, I believe. Newton, yes, I believe. Thank you. Violet, yes. Do you believe you can get that 6-figure salary? I can see Gladys saying, yes, I believe. Thank you. Thank you. And it starts there. It starts there. Having that strong belief and saying, yes, I'll do the work. Huawei, Y6 saying, yes, I believe. Thank you very much. I want to show you how to do it. And that is how you do it. Through this program called the Badass Pro, I define my own destiny. Now, because of time, I think we still have good time. I want to ask for your permission. Is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes to talk about this program called the Badass Pro? I define my own destiny and how it can assist you to get to that 6-figure salary. And once I finish, then we'll be able to have the Q&A session. And actually, we have good time. By 9, we will be out of this place. So I'm asking for your permission. Is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes, talk about the Badass Pro program? Then we can be able to answer any questions thereafter. Thank you very much. I'm asking, yeah, thank you. Geoffrey saying, go ahead. Please go ahead. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Maybe 2 more people just confirm it is okay for me to just talk about the Badass Pro in 10 minutes or so. Then we get started. Jacqueline, you're saying, oh, yes, go ahead. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. There is also Caroline saying it's okay. Kennedy saying, go ahead, it's okay. Asante sana. Violet, sure, go ahead. I think that is it. That is it. Because I do respect your time and also respect you taking your time to join me here. Now, as I start here, or as I sit here, I am very proud to say that I am a Badass Pro. And Badass is an acronym. Pro stands for professional. So I'm a Badass professional. Who is a Badass? A Badass is an individual who is bold, audacious, courageous, and they will do what needs to be done to get the job done. They'll do what needs to be, they will do what needs to be done to get the job done. An individual who is very authentic. They're true to themselves. They're true to their own potential. They're very authentic in how they approach and do their stuff. An individual who is aggressive, not driven. They don't need to be constantly supervised day in, day out for them to do their job. They have that inner motivation. An individual who is very aggressive, because in this day and age, nothing is going to be given to you, leave alone on a silver platter. You need to go out there and grab it if you believe it's yours. And on that note, also someone who is very assertive. An individual who is skilled. Now, remember that question. Is it experience or qualification that really matters? The real answer to that question is skills. You can get your skills from experience. You can get your skills from your qualification. But if you don't have the skills, you have nothing to bargain with. The skills makes you valuable. And finally, an individual who is self-assured. So a badass is a bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured individual. Now, I have a program called the Badass Pro. And if you join this Badass Pro, we will make you all these 3 things, these 6 things, And we will be able to take you through the Badass Pro 6 weeks coaching program. And the value of this Badass Pro is about 100,000. I'm not saying that is what I'm charging, but the value you're going to get out of this program, 100,000. How does it go? Within the first week, we'll talk about how do you get started in this journey. We'll give you the right mindset to get started. Number two, we'll look at to get to know your worth. Do you know how much you should be paid like right now? Because once we identify the baseline, then we can be able to start saying, how do we continue adding more value to you and your worth goes up? Week three, we'll look at how to build confidence and competence. These two things go hand in hand. The more confident you are, the more competent you become. The more competent you are, the more confidence you have in yourself. I heard of this quote that in this race of life, without confidence, you're defeated twice. Week four, we look how do you master communication, influence, and networking. Remember we said 85% of the jobs are gotten through networking. This is where you get to know this high net worth individual and how they can help you. Week six, I'll share with you the tools that you will use to track and evaluate your progress so that 5-10 years down the line, you don't say, oh, I took the wrong direction. And week six, I will be able to discuss with you, how do you build, how do you start negotiating your salary based on your skills, based on your qualification, based on your worth. This is going to be very individual, a one-on-one session with you. Now, on top of the Badass Pro coaching, the 6 weeks coaching program, you will also get an advantage to take one of our professional certification. Again, more than about 100,000. We have 4 main certifications that we offer here at Career Point Solutions, and that is project management, we have project monitoring evaluation, we have strategic management and leadership, we have fundraising and resource mobilization. Yeah. Now, with this, think about it. Where is the money at? With the NGOs, and they are looking for people who have skills in project management, project monitoring evaluation, fundraising, and resource mobilization. In the corporate world, you start off at an entry level, you work a little bit harder, you'll get to the mid-level. But for you to start attracting this 6-figure salary, you should find yourself in the management and the leadership of the organization. What a better way to influence their decision by telling them, I already have a certification in strategic management and leadership. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, you get professional certification. You also get professional CV writing, worth again at about 3,000. Most people have CVs, which are just a documentation of where they went to school, their skills, their roles, and maybe a list of their referees. But that doesn't really sell them. But a professional CV, on the other hand, is a document that you use to market yourself. Think about any company that has they have a new product or even an existing product. They will use radio, television, billboard, newspaper to market. But we and you don't have that luxury of having a billboard about ourselves. So what we do, we use a CV, and we need to be very clear. What is it that we are selling? We're selling our skills, our qualification, our capabilities, our experience to the employer. According to a very famous study, it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to decide if they're going to read through your CV or not. The big question is, does your CV beat the 6-second test? Take a look at this. This is just one of the most common CV layout. And if you look at this, I might give you 6 seconds, then ask you, what can this person do? Because that is the question the hiring manager is asking at the back of their head. Kenyan, Mutuku, Kenyan, married, their phone number. What can this person do? We can't really figure out what this person can do from here. We give him just benefit of doubt and read through their career objectives. Most of you have career objectives. I want you to look at these career objectives and ask yourself, do the objectives in my CV resemble these ones in tone or in style, or even word for word? Because I picked it from random CVs, probably even from your CV. I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. This statement here is very selfish. You're telling the employer what you want to gain from them rather than what you're bringing on board. Another one I see very often, I'm seeking a challenging opportunity where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. Good words, but still saying nothing. Do you know our success criteria? I want to succeed in a stimulus and challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunity. Again, being selfish. I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance, and good words, but not saying anything. So these things should be thrown off your CV. On top of the 6 weeks coaching program, you get professional CV, one of our professional certification. You also get professional CV writing. Sample cover letters valued at about 2,000. So far, the value you're getting out of the program is about 205,000 in value. A cover letter is a highly customized cover letter, application letter, that talks directly to the job you're applying for. Take a look at this. I picked a random job description for an accountant. If you're to work in this company as an accountant, some of the duties that you'll be doing will be reviewing and establishing proper accounting systems, support, budget, and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. Yeah. Somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement that reads like this: I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous employment at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors, such that when someone looks at this statement here, they feel like, yeah, this is the right person. This is what we wanted. Got it? On top of a 6 weeks coaching, value at 200,000, professional certification valued at 100,000, professional CV writing, sample cover letter, we will give you a LinkedIn profile guide. What up again? 2,500. In this day and age, you cannot afford to not have an optimized profile on LinkedIn, not just a profile, because this is where the hiring managers are at. This is where they are scouting hiring managers, headhunters, recruiters. They're using LinkedIn. They're looking at your profile. And unlike your CV, which is in your cover, in your email, in your flash disk, in your computer, the LinkedIn is online and it is a CV that is working for you, even when you're asleep. People are searching for you. Look at this. She Salim sent me an email telling me, hey, Daniel, I would like to thank you for your CV LinkedIn profile guide. Once, after your guidance on how to make my LinkedIn account look more professional, I have been approached by a potential employer and I am due for an interview on Wednesday next week. The guy was not looking for a job. The job was actually looking for him. This is when you have a professional profile on LinkedIn. Take a look at this. I took this last month. A lady called Rosalind. 1 week after she, I took this 1 week after she posted. Yeah, she's saying, on 13th March 2011, I posted my very first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high, got called for interviews almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Yes, guys, I have a job now. 1 week after she posted, she got a job. It is possible. LinkedIn, you cannot ignore LinkedIn. And finally, after you get the 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, we will guide you on how to go through the interviews. All the interviews, 99.9% of the interviews you'll go, you'll be asked the first question, tell us about yourself. Do you know how to answer that question? Because building on how you answer it, it will direct how the interview goes. And some question you expect to hear is, why should we hire you? How much should we pay you? Why are you leaving your previous job? You need to know how to tackle these questions in advance, right? So there you go. If you are to join today to be a Badass Pro, you get 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and this is just amazing. Everything worth at about 210,000. But for how much, you might be asking. Now that you know who is a Badass Pro, my question to you is, are you ready to become a Badass Pro? If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to become a Badass Pro? Say that in the chat. Yes, I'm ready. Then I'll be reading them out. Georgiana is saying, whoa, this is a deal for sure. Thank you very much. 100,000 for all that. Actually, the value, that is the value. That is not what I'm going to charge, yeah? I can see Nema and Nelson. Quite a long post here. I will try to read it. A good CV, LinkedIn is a brand document. Yeah, 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 yeah. What was the feeling when you found out the product? Was it a good? Say, describe how do you feel? Okay, I might go through that later, but let me see who is ready to be a badass pro. Kennedy, yes, I'm ready. Caroline, yes, I'm ready. Jacqueline, yes, I'm ready. The value is worth it. Gladys, yes, I'm ready. Georgiana, I'm ready. Irene, I'm ready. So Nelima and Nelson, I'll answer that question just later. Yeah. So I want to know, are you ready to become a badass pro? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh, ooh. So many people coming in here. Irene, Georgiana, Gladys, Jacqueline, Caroline. Good to know you're ready. So the big question is, I had two choices. When I was trying to value and say, how much then should I charge for this program? Yeah, I had two choices. The first choice I had was to go cheap and get as many people as possible. And I said, yeah, this looks like a viable option. And the second option that I had was to ask for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. And out of these two options, I decided, let me go with the second one because I really want to guarantee your success. I'll put in more time and effort to make sure that you succeed in this. So the program, that is the 6 weeks coaching, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, professional certification, all this will only cost you Kenya shillings 24,999. And you can pay actually in 3 easy installments of 9,999. Do the till number 715732. And wait, just before you make even the payment, let me tell you this. Absolute no excuse for you not to take action because there's a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program, you don't get exactly what I've told you you're going to get. Let me know. You will get your money back, no question asked. 100% money back guarantee. So you have two choices now that you have had that. The first one is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk free. And the second option you have is to be open minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. So, out of these two options, what is going to be easy for you? Don't type it, just know in your head which of the two options is going to be easy. The thing is that from research, you have 24 hours. Once you have learned a ton, as you have done this evening, if you don't take action in the next 24 hours, chances of you taking action thereafter drops to zero. And taking action does not necessarily mean you pay for the program. Yeah. Just think about, how do I answer questions in an interview? I need to go and start looking at my CV. How does my LinkedIn profile look like? If you don't take any action between now and right now is 8:27, chances of you taking action thereafter will go to almost zero. So you better start planning on how to take action right now. We have two types of people in the world and also in this live webinar. Those who get an opportunity to change their lives, they can agree with everything that I've shared with you, and they can actually see how it is applicable in their lives. And guess what do? They do nothing about it. And there are those who take action and define their own futures. So between these two types of people, my big question to you is, what type are you? Don't put it in the chat. Just have that at the back of your head. So if you want to get in touch with me, my email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. If you want to learn more about the program, go to careerpoint.co.ke/badass. So I'll take any question. But wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, this is a special offer for those people who are here live with me, because we will be starting the Badass Pro program on Monday. So this offer runs between today and Monday and Sunday midnight. So you need to pay at least one of the installments of 9,999. But if you take action today, between now and 9 p.m., before we close this webinar, guess what? I'll give you the 6 weeks coaching, and you'll also get the 4 professional certifications. As in, you join the Badass Pro program as it is, and you also get these 4 certifications. Yeah, project management, project monitor evaluation, Okay, power's gone. Just give me a minute. We will be getting back here. Can you hear me? Are we okay? Can we still progress? Let me confirm. You can hear me. Yeah, just see the if you can see me, just give me a shout out there. I'll be very happy just to confirm that we are. Can you hear me now? Are we okay? Just had a blackout. I wasn't sure. I think there was a chat. Now total silence. Everything is frozen. Can you hear me, Jackie? Hopefully, yes. If you can hear me, just drop that in the chat. Say, yes, we are up and running. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, good evening. Saying, yes, Kennedy, yes. Oh, we are back. So don't worry. I had just got a blackout. And with technology, you never know how these things go. Yeah. So let me take you through, and hopefully by 9 we will be out of this place. Okay, good. What was I saying? So I was saying, if my memory serves me right, I have a special offer for those people who pay at least the deposit of 9,999. You will get the Badass Pro, and you will get all these 4 certifications. And on top of these 4 certifications, guess what? You are also going to get a notebook saying that you are a Badass Pro. And on top of that, you are also going to get a t-shirt saying that you are a Badass Pro. These are people just like you. On an evening like this, they decided to take action, and they are glad that they took the action. This is Helen all the way in Matu. This is Eunice in Bungoma. This is Scholastica all the way in, she's in Kikuyu. This is Wilfred in Kiambu. Clara in Nairobi West. This is Willie in Ngara. This is Eunice in Kitui. This is Francis in Mombasa. And so many other people who have joined us. So I want you to take action right now. Just make a deposit of 9,999 through the till number 715732. And guess what? You will get all the 4 certifications, the 6 weeks coaching, CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and everything. Once you make the payment, drop that in the chat and say, yes, you have made the payment at our reserve. If you pay thereafter, after 9 p.m., between 9 and Sunday midnight, you will only get one of the certification. Yeah? You'll only get one of the certification. Is there any question? Do we have any questions? Yeah? I'll be waiting for your questions in the meantime. Now, this is a quote for one of the richest people on earth. saying the best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. Yeah. It is said for every shilling you invest in yourself today, it will get you 30 shillings in return over time. And guess what? Where do you get a 3,000% return on investment? Real estate, even stock, they're not doing very well right now. The only place you can get a 3,000% return on investment is when you take time and money to invest in yourself. That is the best investment ever. And this is an opportunity for you to invest in yourself. I came to learn about Brian Tracy. He taught me the 10-10 rule. We are brought up in a society where we take 10% of our income and we type it. We use it to help other people. Why not take another 10% and tithe it to ourselves? Use that to invest in yourself, because that is where you get the highest return on investment. And you have an opportunity this evening to invest in yourself, to get the 6 weeks coaching, to get the 4 certification, CV writing, cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching for only taking that deposit of 9,999 through the till number 715732, and I will reserve all these goodies for you. Thank you very much. I can see Evelyn saying, how long does the course take? Okay, thank you for the question. You know, the course is, now you can take the course at your own pace as long as you want, yeah? But one course will take on average about 10 to 15 hours. And these courses are done online, yeah? So you do it at your own pace and convenience. If you give yourself like 1 hour per day, within 2 weeks, you will be through with the courses. Is that okay? Thank you. I hope I was able to answer your question. I can see Jackie Owero, payment made. I need to change immediately. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for taking action. I think, I don't know if I might have closed that up. Let me check. Thank you very much. I want to say, Jacqueline, I had something special for you here. Yeah, I want to appreciate you. Thank you. I like people like Jackie who take action right away. So guess what? You get yourself a t-shirt. Just let me know the size. I'll be sending it to you tomorrow. You get also a notebook. You will also be getting the 4 courses, the coaching, and everything. Thank you very much, Jackie, for taking action right there. I like when we have people who decide to take action. And I can assure you, I will work with you. I'll dedicate my time, my effort to ensure that you get value out of this. I really appreciate that. Next, I'll say this. Badass Pro Coaching. This is where you make things happen. You learn how to define your own future by being that bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, and skilled and self-assured individual. I want to ask you this. How would you feel if you are passed on a promotion because you did not have the right skills? How would you feel if the person next to you gets a big break just because they understood networking and you did not? I have seen this thing happen so many times, and it's not a very good feeling. And that's why I want you to make this and turn it around. On the other side, how would you feel next year, a time like this, you're debt free, you're living in your dream home and planning your next vacation? It is very, very much possible for this to happen. All you need to do is take action right now. Make that at least 50, the first deposit of 9,999. Get all the 6 weeks coaching or certification. You know, the universe actually conspires to make dreams come true to those who take action. The moment you take action, that is when your dreams start coming true. But if you're there just listening and absorbing, yes, it is good to have the knowledge. Have you heard of the quote, knowledge is power? It is half true. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is just potential power. But knowledge that you take action on and you start exercising it, that is where the power comes in. And I want you to take power. I want you to take the power. I want you to take action right now. Make that deposit, 9,999, do that till number 715732, and let me know that you've made the payment. You know what? As majestic as the lion, the king of the jungle, as the eagle flies in high skies, unless it takes action and goes and hunt, it will die of hunger. If you have all this information, it's good. But unless you take action, just like Jackie, thank you very much. I can see there's someone else here on YouTube saying they have made a payment. Robert, you are taking the action. You better do the action right now. And this is where you get the value, the most value. Imagine your name right there. The certificate saying you have been evaluated and assessed, and you have demonstrated that you have the knowledge and skills in monitoring evaluating projects, and you can be able to use the result-based management, and you've been awarded a certificate in project monitor evaluation. Would you want that? I think, yes, that is what I want for you, and I want you to take action right now. Now, because I might not have a lot of time here, I want to close it up by asking you one last question. I want to believe that during this session, you have gotten value, right? And if you've been able to get value, what is the one takeaway that you have gotten for this session? So I want you to type in what is your takeaway. I will be reading them we'll be reading the takeaways, and then we will close it and call it a day. I will also want, I think Jacqueline, I'll already get your number. Robert, I already have your number. I would appreciate, Evelyn, kindly send me your number. I can be able to give you more information about the courses and how they go. Ian Odipo, you're saying, don't forget the links. Okay, the first link is careerpoint.co.ke/free book. Just go to www.careerpoint.co.ke/free book. Ian, there we go. Any other question? I would appreciate, I would be here to, oh, I said it, so that one went to Evelyn. Okay, this one should go to everyone. I put that in the chat, so I hope you got that, Ian. What is your takeaway? What would you say that this evening, what have you learned this evening? I want to read those takeaways, and we can call it a day. I don't want to, we have, yeah, I can see, yeah, we still have some minutes, but I might not survive with no power. Yeah. As I read, I want to believe that I have not just wasted my time. I believe I'm not just wasted your time being here, but I will be able to know that only when you drop me in the chat and tell me this is what I've taken away from this session. Yeah. Jacqueline got the number. I've also got the WhatsApp number. I'll be able to get in touch with you. My number, that is my number. So 07, actually I can give it to everybody. Actually it's in my email, yeah. 8795. That's my email number. Feel free to get in touch. Let me read now the takeaways. Oh, this is, by the way, this is my favorite part of this session. When I teach and then I read, what is it that you have taken home? This is just, it makes my day. It makes my day. Thank you so much for the time and giving us the delight. I will be in touch with you via email, please. Yeah, Jajira, thank you. Even if you send me your number, I'll be very happy. Or I can still give my number, then we can be able to talk. Who else is here? Gladys, you have learned being confident in yourself and what you offer can get you your dream job. Thank you. If you have the confidence. Now, the thing is, let me say this. When you have the confidence, have you ever seen some people who are not worth certain jobs and they still get it because of confidence? But I am not propagating for that. I want you to be confident of yourself, but again, I need you to have that value. I want you to be competent, because again, confidence without competence will not take you very far. Yeah, you'll get the job, but you might not be able to maintain it. So confidence, thank you very much for that key takeaway. I appreciate that. There's another one here. Who was that? Georgia, lovely evening. Thank you very much. I got it. Evelyn, I've gotten the number. I'll give you a call, most definitely. Irene, thank you for this. Shukran, I'm very happy. Caroline, CV, cover letter, LinkedIn profile is an important asset to achieving your next big career. Thank you very much, Caroline. I really appreciate that. That is very true. Very, very, very true. I'll also appreciate You know, there are some people who we have engaged, and I think they can be able to get more value if you can be able to send me your number. The better I'll be able to talk to you like tomorrow. Right now, I know I might not be able to get all the contact details that you had sent me earlier, but yeah, I'm here to assist you. So Caroline, send me the number. I will appreciate that. There's some people who have been here. They have not said anything. I want to learn. What is your takeaway? Jeffrey, what is your gig takeaway? Let me know in the chat. Ian, you have gotten the book, yes, but what is your takeaway? Let me know. Either you've been here throughout. iPhone, Irene, Jacqueline Wawero. Oh, Jacqueline, yes, you have said. Nelima and Nelson. Oh, now when the electricity went, I lost that chat. But I'll get in touch. Just send me your number or your email. Just drop me an email. And if there's nothing else, I'll wait for maybe one more comment, and then I can close it and call it a day. I really appreciate you taking your time joining me, and to believe I haven't wasted your time. I can see some people really got some really good stuff, and they're good. Oh yes, Jackie, this is your takeaway. Yeah, a good CV, LinkedIn profile is a brand document. Yes, and you can remember you are the product. Remember to prepare better than your documents. This is a great takeaway. I am reading it. Remember to prepare. Yes, I have. You ever been? Have you ever bought a product because of an advert? What was your feeling when you found out? Oh, this was the question that was asked about. Okay, good. Nelima and Nelson, lucky you guys, you have the chat. So you're asking, have you ever bought a product because of an advert? What was your feeling when you found out the product wasn't as good as described? How did you feel? Yes. That is how recruiters feel. Now, let me tell you, yeah. And this is the hard truth. And it's not, I don't like it that way. What do you think actually survives in the market? Is it the best product or the best marketed? Is it the marketed product? What do you think wins in the marketplace? Is it the best product or the best marketed? The one that has been best marketed. It is the one that has been best marketed. And it's not about the quality of the product. It's how you market yourself. But at the same time, I'm not just telling you to go out there and market yourself so well, but have nothing, be empty. And that is why I'm not just coaching you, but I'm giving you the certifications and I'm giving you the skills. Yeah. So that it's not just an empty shell. Hope you get that, Nelson and Nelima, or Nelima and Nelson. Yes. If you are the best and you have the best skills and you have the best product and you don't market yourself, who will get to know about you? You will end up dying with all that potential. Some of the best products never leave the shelves because nobody is marketing them. Some people end up with the best solution because they never took that time to tell people about it. They are shy about it. So it goes hand in hand. You cannot just have that great product and say, yes, I have a very good product and not market it. That is why actually, the reason why we have bad products being well marketed and you're buying bad products is because those who have good products have refused to market it. You will not get off without marketing it. And this is the time where I'm telling you, I need to tell you the hard truth, even if you don't like it. I need to tell you that hard truth. Yes, work on your skills, be that good product, be what you were saying, but again, you need to go out there and market yourself. How many companies go asking the universities, who are your top students? We want to hire them. No one. You have to market yourself. So it's not just okay to be good. Hopefully, yeah, sometimes I go out of, it picks me a bit emotional. Right there, they go hand in hand. Thank you very much, Nelima. Yeah. And then we have Geoffrey Mwindi. I have learned that I need to be sharp, enthusiastic to triumph over other candidates. I think that is it. I really appreciate. If you want to take action, keep taking action. And I'll be seeing you on the other side. For those who have paid, those who are planning to pay, you can pay between now and Sunday. You'll only get one certification, but for those two who have already paid, they will get all of them, and I'll be holding your hand. And until next time, I'm out. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye. Have a lovely evening. So I